Well, hello, my mad scrappers. I'm back with another card. And yet again, I am multitasking because I got new stuff that I need to use because I notoriously grab it. Yay, I got it! And because I shop faster than I craft, it gets put away and then it doesn't see the light of day until God only knows when. So I am determined to try to fix that only because I'm getting my mojo back. Life is still crazy. We all know it is. I mean, you guys have heard, but I'm determined to try to find a balance. I don't know what that balance is. I'm precariously on the ledge, but I have to do at least a little bit of crafting or I'm going to go stark raving crazy. And I'm pretty all mad as is. So can you only imagine if I go off the deep end? Whoosh! You know, Lewis Carroll could not make this stuff up. So anyway, having said all of that, I'm here with one of the new kits I got from Craft Day, which is the Mutts About You from whose was it? What are they named? Oh, Diamond Press. I know, God. And as you can tell, I taped this envelope down because for the time being, I'm going to use this this one to be the sleeve. Although honestly, you know, if I were a smart person, in fact, I'm going to try to be that smart person. So I may have just wasted that couple of inches of packing tape. Hang on a second because I have all those lovely boxes and I got these darn tootin' envelopes. So we are going to divest ourselves of this little bag, although I will save it because you never know when it'll come in handy for something else. And we're going to grab our stickers. So let me set this aside. So I'm going to be making a card. Obviously, I'm going to be stamping, and get this, guys. Look, I pulled out alcohol markers. Yes, I'm going to color. God only knows how this is all going to turn out. You know, my 6-year-old and that granddaughter might do better than me. And a bunch of cards because I do. And on that note, real quick, divergence, because hello, you know, nobody does more bird walking than I do. I'm going to have an upcoming video about donating cards, okay? Because I do that. A lot of cards, remember how I'm always saying make one, cut four? Then there's a method to that madness. And I'm going to come to you in the next couple of days. I'm still trying to get myself organized. So it may not be until the weekend that I film and you'll see it at the beginning of the week. We'll see. But it's coming, alrighty? So I am inspired to make one of these cards from these, and I really like the inspiration, and I am going to do my take on it. So I'm just going to set it here so it reminds me of kind of sort of what I want to be doing. But I really took a liking to this one, but I'm going to do it as a Valentine so we can add it to this series. So I'm going to set my markers here kind of out of the way because the first thing I got to do is I got to stamp, and I'm going to be using this paper, and this is a pad I have had for a year and a day. No, not even a year and a day. Easily 5 years and a day. You know, it's like I collect stuff, and now that as I'm digging stuff out, I'm putting it all together. So today, while I spent my day on the phone with work, literally talking to people, I was on the side on Evernote, and I added all of my Valentine's paper pads, which are significant. I mean, here they are, just so you know. These are all 6x6s I have that are, you know, at least that I can use for Valentine's. I entered them all, so now I can find them. I don't know about that bin of Valentine's dies. I may try to get that through, but I've got to get on this stuff, guys, just because, of course, that will frustrate you guys because there'll be less stuff going into the prize bin because I bought 2 of them. But anyway, I am going to use a couple of sheets. I'd already gone through and made my selection. I really liked it. Yeah, I really like those little, I just thought they would be really, really, really cute. And then I've got to pick, I forgot to pick a ribbon or a trim, or I will figure that out. So we're going to have to, because we have to put something where the junction is. So what I'm going to do is I want to cut down these 2 pieces to fit A2 cards. So maybe I should cut out a couple of them. So, I mean, let me see. So let me start with that. And then we're going to come back and we're going to stamp our Nina and color. So this hopefully will not take too long. It shouldn't be a 3-hour video, though it'll take me 3 hours to shoot. You just watch. But give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, my crazy mad scrappers. I am back. I already cut up all my little pieces of paper for the cards for the backing on it. So I'm going to set these aside because I need to stamp. So I need to actually pull out this one. I want to do this little guy. And I already put away, now that I think about it, not do anything from here. I probably, actually I do, because I want to do one of the speech bubbles. So I have an evil plan. We'll see if it works. Okay, because, you know, this is me we're talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and put, I use my Misty for everything. I know people use, I have stamping blocks. Really, I do. Do I ever use them? No. I, for the most part, almost exclusively deal with my Misty because I know who I am. See, look at this. And I know who I am, so I need to put my finger down right where I wouldn't snag these friends of mine. So I'm going to line up right now my piece of paper on this over, and it just barely fits. Okay, so we'll set that down. And then we're just going to set a couple of magnets down here so that my paper goes nowhere. And I'm going to start with this little guy. So we're going to stamp. Actually, before I do anything, oh no, I already did it. So I already taped it down, and I taped it down crooked, really? Oh no, I lined it up here. It's just that this is out of alignment. Okay, never mind. In other words, if you're wondering what I'm muttering about, I have hinged. So anybody that's new to my channel, I do this to all my stamp sets. I don't recycle really these, the carrier sheets. I keep them together because they protect my stamps. And what I do is I just grab packing tape. So I have like good quality packing tape. So this is Scotch brand, and I always have it. Right now I've moved because I've been organizing, believe it or not. So I now have it here on my desk all the time to go ahead and do this. So I do this. I used this one. I did it to both of them. So I went ahead and hinged them already so that I can just, you know, pull it apart and they stay together. I'm not trying to put the carrier sheet back on it. Now, since I've got this already in my hand, I'm going to go ahead and muss it up. That's what you're supposed to do with brand spanking new stamps. These are acrylic. These are not photopolymer, but it's not a super intricate design either. So we should be okay. So I'm doing that. I want the speech bubble and I want this speech bubble. So I want to do the speech bubble. So let's go ahead and grab that, my little friend. And I want the heart. But I'm going to do the speech bubble first, and then I'm going to set the heart aside. And then I'm going to stamp the heart inside of the speech bubble. And I want the rose from here. Because the die for this little guy, so this is a little guy I'm going to use right here. It actually die cuts a little thing on his mouth so I can put the rose in his mouth. Hence our Valentine-y theme. So I'm going to do all of these. So I'm going to, I'm going to stamp them down first and then move them over and stamp them down again. So I wonder there we go. Myra, let's be logical here. Let's not waste our paper because I don't have that much Nina left now after, I've been using that Nina up for years, okay, years. And I mean, I got a big old thick stack, like it was ridiculous the amount that was being thrown away. And this is, I collected this, because I used to help with the cleanup crew, or I remember helping somebody clean up or whatever in the expo, and I went through there and another booth had left, and they had left this monster stack of Nina. I'm like, these people crazy? I mean, they're crazier than I am, and that's saying a lot, okay? So I've been using it for years, and I'm finally down to probably about the last, about half an inch left I have. So I'm going to go ahead and use Memento, because Memento is the friendliest when you're using alcohol markers. So, I mean, nothing is perfect. So you have to, even after you stamp it down, I'm going to dry it. So I'm going to hit it afterwards with my Tim Holtz, because you got to let the ink dry in order to be able to color. So I'm going to hit it with the Tim Holtz, and then I'm also going to put together the other part and then come back and color it up. So we're going to do that. And let's stamp it down. And let's use Big Daddy because that's why we have it here. I have still not found mini me. I know when I'm not looking, he's going to turn up. Okay, I am back. I gave it a good heating. I went and got water. And I came back and I even did a test to make sure it was dry. Figured since the one I wasn't going to use was there, I go, let's see if the ink moves on it. Then I know that, no, I got to hit it again. But no, it is perfectly dry. So we're ready to rock and roll with my little puppers here, my little puppies. So we're going to cheat and we're going to start with what is easy, which is I'm going to do the little red hearts first because they are a quick color. So I'm just going to come in here and just fill these in. And I maybe just give you guys a musical interlude here and speed it a tiny bit up. Only because it's not like I'm this huge, great colorist and I throw a lot of technique in here. I don't, because I am not a great colorist. I just do my thing. So I just add a little bit of more color here, and it will give me a little shading. So I kind of self-shade, and that kind of saves me from busting out, you know, getting more markers. I'm going to get more, but right now, since I don't have the appropriate ones, hey, use what you got. Remember, it's that Crosby, Stills, and Nash moment. If you don't have the one you love, then love the one you got. And there we go. So then I'll just hit it on the side over here, add a little bit more, just to give it a semblance of shading. And there we go. So now I will go ahead and fill in the other, I'll fill in the rose, and oh, holy cow. Ah! Now we know what the inside of those pens look like. Who knew I had that much strength in me? Okay, so I'll continue on with these, okay, guys?
It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep, 'cause I'm not tired. I'm thinking about the days we used to shine when we were young. I told you that we should start a band and reach for the sky. It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep, I'm just not tired. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside and I kinda feel like calling, but it's too late now. I just miss you. I just miss you. We were such a constellation, right? No, you'd agree. Made a reputation for ourselves at age 18. We had the devil on our shoulders telling us what we should do. I wonder if you think about me too. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside and I kinda feel like calling, but it's too late now. I just miss you. I just miss you. Oh, I miss you. Oh, I miss you. It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep, I'm just not tired. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside and I kinda feel like calling, but it's too late now. I just miss you. I just miss you. Miss you.
Okay guys, I am done coloring all these in. Again, it is not a pro job by any stretch of the imagination. Christina Warner, I am not. But I am what I am. So we go back to what I always say, it is the beauty of a handcrafted item. But now we're gonna die cut our beautifully colored handcrafted items and hope to Pete that I don't screw this up. Okay, so I am going to cut this down real quick because I'm going to run it through my Mr. El Don Marquis de Cortar. So I'm just going to cut it out with the marquee because he's handy right here. What I'm going to do is be extra careful, and I'm going to grab a couple of newish folder pads. So let's see, we have plenty of them. So there we go. That way I'm not concerned about marring this paper. And what I should do is grab scissors and let's kind of, and do I want to even dare doing that? The problem is I don't want to run all these pieces of paper multiple times and risk actually fussing them up. So yeah, I have space there. So I'm going to cut these apart real quick. Okay, kids, I am back. And I'm going to tell you right now, there was no competition, right? So far, they held up good and there's still sticky left. So I have them still here to use. I'm wondering because I had a real hard time with it. But I was using my platinum, which has more oomph. And I don't know, because Marquee cuts really, really, really well as well. Now, you're going to notice that I have a light pink rose. And you're going to say, Myra, where did that light pink rose come from? Well, let me tell you a story about not paying attention to how you die cut. I don't think I did not pay attention. It was more that I just didn't realize. So I was really extra careful with the second one. But I already, and then the same thing happened with our puppy dog guy here. So he kind of like looks like, gosh, the Joker. If you can tell, I had to recut right around the line. But for what it's worth, it works. So see if I grab him, I grab the rose and I stick it in here. And once you put it, I mean, you put it against the background, you can't, let's see how actually we should look. Let me look at the background. We put it against the background. No, it camouflages very, very nicely. So we are not worried about how that cut is. So we had to do another pink rose, and I remembered that I had wanted to do it in a pink, so I remembered this time to use my pink marker, but I want to add a little bit more. I keep hitting it to shade it in a little bit more because it's really, really light pink. So we'll let that go right there. So let's assemble this card because that's all that's left as I try to pick up these pieces. Okay, so I decided to make a deep red background, which makes no sense so far because of how strong, but there's a little bit of contrast. And you know what, guys? It's my card. Okay. So that's the unilateral decision. So now I've got my red backgrounds on my white cards. Now we're going to start piecing this puppy together. So I wanted to have not quite 1/4 of an inch. I think they really intended on. So what I did is I backed off by 3/8 of an inch on these pieces. So I just trimmed them off. And oh my gosh, what are the sizes? So that, I don't know if you guys want to do something similar to this effect. I trim these off. It is 3 7/8 by 3. So let me write that down. Where? Right on this card, because it doesn't matter. Whatever I do, I'm going to cover it anyway. So 3 7/8 by 3. And then the top piece is a little bit narrower. It is also, well, of course, 3 7/8. Maybe I should click on a piece of a little bit of lead out, huh? 3 7/8 by, wait for it, 2 1/4. Okay, and then my little strip here, I think, is about 1/2 an inch. And I should also, but I'm going to go the full edge to edge on that. So while I'm at it, let me go ahead and trim it to 4 1/4. Because I'm going to go all the way across the entire card. Because I want to. So we'll cut this one down too. I should have done that off camera, but heaven forbid I shoot something correctly. It's me we're talking about here, right, people? Okay. So there we go. So now we've done all our trimming. Let's take our little scrappy bits here. These little things that I can do nothing with. Alrighty, we'll move our pencil out of the way, our pink pen out of the way. And now really, no, let's really assemble this card. So again, we're just gonna go with Big Mama around my paper. And I got a little bit there. I can see a tail there. So let's pick up that tail and just tuck it under. Set that aside for a second. And now we're going to line up this piece more or less so that all of my edges, and see I ran into a problem right there. And we're just going to let it slide. Because what else am I going to do other than drive myself crazy? It's a very short trip, I'm going to tell you that much. Okay, I am back. I have trimmed off and now I'm ready to attach my top pieces. So let me just attach my tape. But you see, I don't know if you guys can see how sometimes it just, this part moves around. I don't know why that happens. Maybe I just need a new Big Mama. I mean, I've had her for years and years and years and years and years, but then maybe I'm going to hurt her feelings. You know, she said, but really, I'm still good. So I just want to now line it up, even if I overlap a little bit, that's okay. Line that piece up and then, okay, so now I'm ready to attach all our little dealy whoppers. I mean, here, depending on where I end up my doggy, then I'm going to put my little, that thing, the speech bubble. But you know what, guys? Give me a moment. I have an idea. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Well, that was a bust. I had the genius idea. I knew I had a stash of wobblers, but these wobblers are bigger than my doggy. I have some mini wobblers coming on Amazon. I forget when they're arriving, but I just ordered them to see, because they said mini. So I'm hoping that they really are minis, because that would be cute. I really wanted him on a wobbler, so no wobbling for me. So he's just going to go on foam. We're just going to dimensionalize him. We're going to grab my little foam triangle-y friends here. Although, I don't know if I want him that. This guy tends to be, these tend to be a little bit thicker. But yeah, maybe just commit. Stop being afraid, Myra. Just do it. So we're going to put one right here. And then one down here. That's really, we'll make it this way. And that, whoops, no, wait. Center it right, girlfriend. And see, I could have still done a better job. You can tell where I didn't saturate all the way. So, you know, I could have done better. And that's why I am not Jennifer McGuire. I'm a Christina Warner. Oh my gosh, she's amazing. Just absolutely amazing. So, but before we glue this down, we got to put the little rose in its mouth, the little pink rose. So I think I definitely want to try to figure out how to do this, because it'll practically stay by itself. I don't know that I have to glue it, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm going to take my little bottle of, and it doesn't feel clogged, yay, because I could feel air. So what I'm going to do is set this aside. I want you so you guys can hopefully see. I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here on the upper mouth, because it'll catch then when I put the rose in. It'll catch it. There we go. And there we go. Now we just want it even. Do we want it? There we go. That's good enough. Let's not get crazy here. And see now, oh my gosh, look how cute that is. I love it. And then, so now we're going to put this also on a little foamy dot that I happen to have a cut piece here. These are the pieces I cut off. So look how handy it came. So we're going to put that on our foamy dot. I'm going to grab no, those are not my favorite paper removing tweezers. These are. There we go. And we'll do the same for our little muttling friend here, my little puppy dog. Alrighty, so now we will add, no, up. We're going to center him. I could put him a little bit to the side because I'm adding the little, that's what I'm doing. I mean, on the sample he's centered. I don't want to center him. And I'm going to put my little speech bubble right there. You know what? I'm not even going to straighten it. I'm going to leave it crooked. Now, I have a lot of space down here. The sample left it that way. It is so totally bugging the crud out of me. So what I want to do is I should grab, let's see what we have in the way of sentiments. But I definitely want to make this. So there's a couple of them. Party time. No, these are the party ones. So these, I know we have some here that are love related. So let's see. Maybe I should do it this way and then I can read it. Oh my goodness. You are fantastic now. Oh my gosh. Let me just look at my paper here and see. Heard your sick notes. Okay, where am I? Party time. I rough you. I'm mutts about you. There we go. Which one? I'm trying to think. Which one? Because I want to do one on the outside and one on the inside. So I'm mutts about you. So let's find I'm mutts about you. It looks like it's going to be a blue one. So, oh no, it's not. Well, it's not on this one. So we are going to take this and we're going to stamp it on a piece of paper. It's amazing how much better you can see it when the stamp is not behind it. So let's grab a piece of scrap paper, which pretty much, I'm thinking seriously of changing that, the speech bubble, because it seems too stark. But, you know, I can do that in the background. So it's just a thought. That was a thought. But, you know, you don't alcohol color on, on just paper in theory. Although, again, if you're me and you're not like, wow, this has to be like a pro job, then you're going to be okay. So let's go ahead. I'm sorry. I got distracted there for a second. Move my magnets. We're going to do it this way because that's the way I want to do it. We're going to take our piece of paper here. And I'm going to figure out later how am I going to die cut it out. But I have little dies over there that I think will work. So we are just going to, so we actually have to cut a couple of them. So let me just center it for the quick hot second. There we go. And you know what? Here we get, I want to try this. I have my new VersaFine Claire that I just got. So let's bust it out. I was reading a review or something about it, saying how it's even darker than the VersaFine. Because I think the one, isn't it? Mine's, I forget what this is. Onyx Black. But it is even deeper than the Onyx Black. So let's find out, because I've never used a VersaFine Claire. So this is my first time. Wow. What it is insanely juicy, that's for sure. So there might be something to this. Let's find out. And I didn't put my magnet down. Wait a minute. There we go. So let's just, we're not going to press hard because, oh my God, look at that. Perfect. So we are now going to go ahead and we're just going to slide this down. I shouldn't slide this down. I'm going to leave it where it is because it's straight and that's what I want. And I'm going to clean my stamp and then I'm going to stamp the second one. Okay, get that off. And then we're just going to sidle it up a bit. And there's a schmutz right there, so I am wasting paper. And that's okay, this is just scrap paper, so I can get over myself too. I would not do this otherwise, but okay. And just a quick press. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, we clean that up. We're going to take that out of the way. Now, I forget. Do we have a die for the sentiments? We does not. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to go pull something that I can cut these out with. Okay, be right back. All right, peeps, spellbinders to the rescue. I've had this die just sitting here in my tray on my desk since I got it, because it seems to me like the perfect ones to have handy to cut sentiment strips. And looky. It is the perfect, I mean, really, I couldn't have planned this on purpose better. Woohoo! So we're going to go ahead. Where did my little pink tapes go? Oh, they're on the floor. Ugh, they floated down. So I'm going to take one of my little pink tapes right here and hope that I don't regret doing this. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to grab our marquee friend here, who very efficiently sticks to my desk. There we go. I have that released up. It has a little tab there. It's a little release tab. I'm going to move this aside, move it this way because I'm right-handed. I should, whoops. We're going to take that over here. Now, where is my little, there they are. My little plates, my cutting folders. There we go. And let's cut our little sentiments out real quick. Whee! Okay, got that one. And now we'll get this one real quick. And we'll line that up really quick again. My God, that was like a perfect call. Okay. And then we'll, once again, we'll run it through. Ugh! Ha! Okay, why is it balking? We're going to go the other way and see. I think it's because I should just put it in at a little bit of an angle. And I should be okay. Bingo. It just didn't like because I put it in all the way straight in. Okay. So now we're going to remember to put it this way so I can pull on the little tab. So that, and there we go. So I have my sentiments. Now, my thought here is that I have extra of that red. Do I want to put the plate or do I want to cut it out from, I could go look for pink. So give me a second. Let me see if I can find some matching pink here. Well, the joke's on me. After the last segment, I forgot to turn the camera on and finished off the card, and it wasn't until I was finished editing that I'm like, oh, I don't have any more video, but I'm not done. So I'm back to nothing else explain to you what I did. In the end, I went ahead and using the die cuts here from my Spellbinder's die, let me move my glasses over. I also cut out the outside in the little pink that more or less was the same shade. It plays off the shade here. And then I mounted the, I glued my sentiment to it, and then I put foam mounting tape underneath it and added it. And then I went ahead and stamped it in the back, although I did not sign it. For shame. For shame. Here's my signing pen. So let's do that because an artist always signs their work. So there we go. There's my squiggle 2023. And I love this. I thought it was the perfect stamp to put on the back of it. Handmade cards because no one displays an email on the mantle. So there you go, guys. It was a simple card. It's a cute card. I'm not the world's greatest colorist by any stretch of the imagination. But there you go. It is kind of what it is. Where's the other one? Because I did two. You go. Here's the other guy too. So I did put the other one together as well. So hopefully you enjoyed this, got a giggle out of it, whatnot. So please, if you did, give me a thumbs up, drop me a note. And if you want to see more of this ongoing madness, why, I don't know. But if you do, subscribe and ring that bell, and I will be back with more fun and games here, people, because I'm full of it. Trust me. All right, I'm going to let you go. I'm a pooped pigeon. And so you guys go and craft and make beautiful things. I will attempt to do the same. And don't forget, we're all a little mad here. So come on, craft the madness with me, okay? I'm going to talk to you guys later. Bye!